Hey guys, apologies if there are a bunch of sounds and stuff in the background. But just wanted to make a quick little update video for all of you, letting you know why there hasn't been any streams, why there hasn't been any videos, just kind of give you a general life update for what's going on. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and start off with the bad news. Or the more negative news, I should suppose. I suppose it's not really like bad news for you guys or anything. But just tell you about like some of the negative things that have happened, and then we'll end it off with the positive thing. So, um, the big negative thing that's happened for me recently is that my girlfriend and I we recently broke up. Um, a little over a week ago, I believe. And all things considered, I think that it was a pretty decent uh, breakup. I don't think there's really any bad blood or anything. And I know people always say that, and they always say like, "Oh, it was mutual." But honestly, genuinely, in this case, it was pretty mutual. And there's no bad blood or anything like that. Both of us are still very, respectful towards one another. But it just was one of those things where it didn't work out. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but a big one ended up being, Corona, COVID. Uh, it was a long distance relationship, and neither of us wanted a long distance relationship. And it was fine before COVID because, I could fly her down a lot, and uh, she could fly herself down, and there wasn't really many issues. But when COVID happened, and there were a lot of restrictions. She's in New York, which is one of the most strict states, and it really limited things. And it was actually to the point where we hadn't seen each other in over a year. Like we hadn't actually like physically seen each other in over a year, and that can be a little taxing. And there were some other factors in play, but at the end of the day, it was kind of just one of those things where life decided that it wasn't really meant to be. It wasn't supposed to happen. So it is what it is. That is my motto in life. I try to not dwell on things, but I'm also somebody that's I've been very open over Jesus Christ the past 8 years or so of my channel, just keeping you guys up to date with everything that's going on. Um, and it is something that I felt did need to be at least briefly touched on because she was kind of a big part of the channel. She was active, very active in the streams. We did some streams together. We did some videos together. That are even on the front page of my YouTube, as like highlighted playlists. So, I did feel the need. She did a bunch of the artwork for my channel, like my sub badge and emotes and stuff like that. So I did think that it was something that needed to be mentioned. Um, and then just in general, the reason why I haven't really been streaming is because I've been super duper busy. We're in the process right now, or luckily we're ending the process of moving, and not just moving, but we had purchased our last house, so we were in the process of selling that house, and getting that ready. And there's so much stuff that you have to do, that you have to put in to get a house ready to sell. It was a ton of work, literally from the point of us waking up to 14, 15 hours later, the point of us going to sleep, was just like nonstop working, almost no breaks. There was a lot of work that we had to do on the previous house. Luckily, we finished up, and it's listed now. We have a lot of offers, which is awesome. But we're also in the process of integrating into a larger home and more people. So I've talked about it before on stream, but not really on YouTube. That some of my family, 4 members of my family from Oregon, um, decided that they finally wanted to come down to Arizona, and I'm kind of out of breath here. It's been a while since I've made a video and stuff like that. Um, but anyway, 4 members of my family that were in Oregon decided they wanted to come down. So we actually went and we got for the new house, we all decided to move in together. So we've been in the process of moving into a 6-bedroom house. Like just this house is ridiculous, man. And we've been in the process of doing that, and part of that is also integrating with people that I haven't seen in a while. Like, you know, one of the members of my family I haven't seen in probably like 5 years. Another one I hadn't seen in like 3 years, and even then it was rather brief. And then the other two I've only seen a couple times in like 5 years. So it's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to get to know each other again. It's a whole process, get to know each other, and then you feel like you know somebody, but you haven't lived with that person. Living with someone is naturally very different than just hanging out with them at holidays or whatever. So in the process of doing that, and just getting everything reset up, which was a pain because since the house is so large, I no longer have the ability to run an Ethernet. So I had to, do a little bit of research, get a wireless card, get that all set up. And then on top of that, I'm going to be trying to stream and just seeing how it is. But I've never streamed over Wi-Fi, so I have no idea the quality that I can stream in, or if I can stream at all. So that's something I'm going to be dabbling in, because obviously I still want to stream from time to time. I just don't know if I actually have the technical ability to do so. But that's about it, man. It's been, plus obviously I'm finishing up college, so that's always a thing that I'm dealing with. That can be a little stressful. Now I have Momo. But the nice thing about the new place and my new room specifically is that it is gigantic. It's huge. I can show you guys a picture here. I posted it on the Discord. Let me load it up real quick here. But this room is probably like 3 times larger than my last room. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. I don't know if you can really tell from the camera, but it's massive, man. Here, let me pull up the picture here and I can show you guys. I'm not done moving, obviously, but here, if we pop over this, we pop on this, you guys can see some trippiness. There we go. And you could see, so these desks right here, I mean, I don't know if I can open it a little bigger for you guys. There you go. So like this desk, this is a big desk. I don't know if you can tell, but each of these monitors, I have 3 monitors on this desk. This is a 20, the smallest monitor is like this one, and I think it's like 27 inches. This one I think is about 30, and this one is like 28, I think. So it's 3 monitors all on this desk. These are not small desks at all. These are some pretty big desks, and I have 2 of them side by side. This one, I have a bunch of just shit here that I'm still in the process of unpacking, but like just this room, this space here, and you can kind of see Momo's kennel here. Momo's kennel is just on the side of this desk. Because he's in the room with me now, which is awesome, because while it does look like some sort of, sex dungeon, my cousin jokingly said it looks like a sex dungeon because it's just like, concrete for the floor. But that's actually why I picked this room, is because, Momo, he's still a puppy. So if he has accidents in here, it's not carpet or anything. So it's really not that big of a deal. And I think we're actually going to go through and we're going to either put in tile or wood. Haven't really decided yet. But just this space for like VR, This right here is probably about like 9 feet, according to what Oculus was saying. This is about like 9 feet. And then I have a space all the way down this way. That's about 10 feet. So I have a 9 by 10 area for VR, which is just absurd, man. Like so much room. I don't know. I'm gonna have my keyboard here so I can finally get back into playing some music. But I'm gonna have my keyboard here on this desk as well. But the room is absolutely massive. And my previous room, to kind of paint a picture for you, I had one of these desks. So I had my main desk, and then my bed was literally right next to it. And that was my whole room, basically. It's just my desk and my bed. And you can't see it here, but I have two of these desks, Momo's kennel, and then my bed. So this room is just, it's absolutely massive, man. Which is really nice. It gives me, you know, all the room I need to like play with Momo, and so Momo doesn't feel, like cooped up in a little room. Because one of the big things, and it's been very, very stressful, is our family that we moved down, they also have a dog. He's 6 and he's big. He's a Labrador. And he is not very good with other dogs. Momo, he has no issues. He has no issues with people. He has no issues with other dogs. He's literally just like a bundle of love. Like, the only way he's ever gonna hurt somebody is if, he's playing and he accidentally like scratches them or something. Like, he's never hurt anybody. He doesn't growl or anything like that. He's literally a ball of love. And but unfortunately, Brawly, what's the name of the other dog? He's not the best with other dogs. He's fine around people. He's super loving and chill around people, but he just hasn't really been socialized a lot with other dogs, and he's only had negative interactions with other dogs. So, it's a very stressful thing for me because we have baby gates and stuff like that to keep, them separated for now. But it's scary. It's very scary when you have this dog that is huge. He weighs probably as much as me, maybe a little bit lighter. And, you have little baby Momo, and you know that, like, this dog could just ice Momo in half a second. Like, not even break a sweat and just totally ice Momo. It's a very stressful thing, on top of, just everything else. So, it's really nice, that I have this room and this space to play with Momo, to keep him in here, and it's not that big of a deal, and he's super happy. He loves it. Um, and the great thing as well is that, now he can just kind of chill. He can walk around my room and hang out, and I have a couple little spots for him as little like beds and stuff, and he can just roam around in here and chill and relax. The only place I don't let him is on my bed. I think that's it's important to like keep separate areas. So if I'm like, all right, I want away from Momo, I can just go on my bed. Um, but it's been awesome, man. It's been really, really cool. So I just wanted to like kind of update you guys on what's been going on in my life. Why there's been no content, why there's been no streams. Like I said, I'm gonna try and still stream and make content and stuff like that. It's just one of those things where I just don't know if I have the ability to. Like I said, brand new to being on Wi-Fi. I've never been on Wi-Fi ever. I've always done Ethernet. Even if it meant, running a 100-foot cord, which I've done before, 125-foot cord. I've always been wired. And we still have plans on doing that, but the problem is just that it's upstairs, the router. So we're gonna have to run it through the wall. Which, very doable. It's something that'll get done at some point. But like, we're trying to get this other house ready to sell and cleaned up, and the irrigation system fixed and all of this stuff, and we're trying to, get unpacked here because we have 6 people's worth of shit to unpack, and it's just kind of wild. So apologies that this video is so long. and that there's kind of been no communication for a while here. But just wanted to touch base, let you guys know, what's going on, and yeah, it is what it is. I'm not planning on really talking about the waifu and I. I'm not really gonna talk about that on stream or anything. I don't think that I need to air all of my dirty laundry or anything like that. I just think that it was something that I wanted to talk about just a little bit to let you guys know. It is what it is. We're both adults. Um, Relationships sometimes just aren't meant to happen. They're not meant to work out, and that's fine. It's one of those things where the shit happens, and I wish the best for her. She, I'm sure, wishes the best for me. Um, and yeah, so not really much to comment on it. Not really something I'm planning on talking about in streams or really going into more detail because it's not really necessary, honestly. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic. I don't know how long it's been. Fantastic past month or so. It's been a while, a week plus for streaming, but for videos it's been quite a while. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good one. Hope you continue to have a good one, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video or Sir Maroney. Bye bye.